Hi, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how my granddaughter, Caelyn, and I made this kitty shaker magnet. So I'm going to start out with some epoxy resin from Let's Resin, and I did get it from letsresin.com. You have part A and part B, and you want to put equal parts into your container by volume. Once you have your A and B in your cup, you want to mix it for 4 minutes. And then I'm going to take some purple mica powder. And I don't remember what purple this was. Lilac or something. I'm not quite sure. But I did get my mica powders off of Amazon. And these little shaker molds I also got off of Amazon. I can't talk. Amazon. And then the little butterfly mold, you get 2 in a package. I got those off of Amazon. And yes, I do buy a bunch of products off of Amazon. So this is my granddaughter. She is going to unmold the cat shaker. It's just the head of the cat. It is a little difficult to unmold, but she finally gets it. I was trying to keep her unmolding in the view of the camera. So that turned out pretty good. And now I want to take this acetate that you also get in the package of molds. You get, I think, 10 of the shaker molds and then several sheets of the acetate. And then I'm just taking a marker and placing the acetate on top of the cat head and tracing around it. And then I would cut it out. So she's just adding some little iridescent beads that we got from Hobby Lobby. And they're in different sizes. And this here is some little confetti, different colors, blue, yellow, pink, purple, blue. And she just put a little bit of those in her shaker. And then this here is moon and stars. I also got these from Hobby Lobby. And she's just going to pick a few of the moons and then a few of the stars. And these are metal. And she just gets several different ones, one at a time. And there's one of the little pieces of polymer clay there on the table, and I was just picking that up. So there's one of the metal pieces. There's another one. Okay, and now she's going to get some glitter. This is some blue glitter that came from the Dollar Tree in a package of 3 different glitters. And this is a pink glitter. So in the blue one, you got a couple glitters and then some stars. And in the pink one, you got a couple glitters and some stars. So she just put a little bit in there. If you put too much, it'll kind of overtake your shaker. So you don't want to put a whole lot of glitter in there. And then I'm just going to put the acetate on top of it. And I'm just going to use my UV resin. And I'm going to take it around the edges, the top edge of the cat head there. And then I'm going to put my acetate on top of that. And it's just easier to hang on to it with a tool until you get it laid down. And then I'm just going to put it under my UV light for 2 minutes. Now that that's done, we're going to take a look at it. Oh, and when you do put that right under your UV light, you do want to kind of push it down with something so that it doesn't pop up. And now she's just filling it up with some baby oil, and then there is a film over top of the acetate you do want to pull off. So she did pull that off, and now she's just going to fill it up with the baby oil. You do want to leave a bubble, an air bubble in there, because if you don't, then your items are not going to move around very well. And then we're just going to wipe it off. Wipe the baby oil off. And then we're going to apply some UV resin over the whole thing, the whole top portion. So all the way out to the sides and then over top of the acetate. And then make sure you plug that hole where you put the oil in. So I was just taking this tool and kind of, it didn't seem to work that well. So I'm just taking the tip of my UV resin bottle and I'm going to go around the whole thing and just kind of even it out a little bit. Make sure my UV resin is on the whole thing. And then I'm going to put that under my UV light for 2 minutes. And this UV light did come from, it's Let's Resin, and I did get it off of Amazon. And so I'm just I'm using some alcohol, trying to clean up the baby oil that's on this shaker. It was leaking though, so I did need to add some more UV resin, and I just decided to go over the whole thing again, the whole top thing on the acetate and everything. Making sure I put it over the hole because that's where it was leaking before. Once I get that done, then I put it back under the light for another 2 minutes. I'm going to check it out to see if it's leaking. I had a little extra there, so I kind of pulled that off. Now I'm just spritzing some alcohol on the front and back of the shaker there, and I'm taking a paper towel and I'm cleaning it off. So I want to make sure it's not leaking. So I did hand it over to my granddaughter so she could show you how it works. So she was just shaking it there and then showing you more up close what it looks like. And there is a pretty big air bubble in there. I think part of that is because some of the oil had seeped out. And then we figured out, oh, she wanted to turn it into a magnet. So I'm just using my E6000 and adding my little magnet. The magnet I got off of Amazon. They're very thin magnets, and I like them. I like them a lot. So then I was noticing that it was still leaking oil. So I needed to put some more UV resin on it. So I'm putting it where the hole is, and then I'm taking my tool and kind of spreading it out a little bit. And I'm hoping this is going to take care of the problem, because you don't want your oil coming out, or, you know, that's not good. So I'm just going to hold it under the light for a little bit. And then I laid it down and put it under the light for the rest of the time. And finally, I'm pushing that down just to see if any of the oil is coming out, and it seems to be good. So finally, after 3 times, it's good to go. And there it is on my fridge. You'll have to let me know what you think of it. And like I said, you know, a lot of the oil did come out, and there are pretty big bubbles in there. So again, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please be sure to put them in the comments. Love y'all.